Hello everyone. In this lecture, I'm going to discuss the topic that is building the analysis model from chapter number 3, that is requirements analysis. Let us start with the topic that is building the analysis model. The intent of the analysis model in software engineering is to provide a description of the required informational, then functional and behavioral domains for a computer based system. Then the analysis model changes dynamically as the user learns more about the system to be built and other stakeholders understand more about what they really require. For that reason, the analysis model is a snapshot of requirements at any given time. Also, as the requirements model evolves, certain elements will become relatively stable, providing a solid foundation for the design task that follows. There are four elements of the analysis model. So the first one, that is the scenario based element, and the second one, that is the class based elements, third one, that is behavioral elements, and the last one, that is the flow oriented elements. So all these are the elements of the analysis model. Let's have a look at the scenario based elements. The system is described from the user's point of view using a scenario based approach. For example, the basic use cases and their corresponding use case diagrams evolve into more elaborate template based use cases. Scenario based element of the requirements model are often the first part of the model that is developed. As such, they serve as input for the creation of other modeling elements. So we can say the scenario based representation of UML activity diagram for eliciting the requirements and representing them using the use cases. Then the second element, that is the class based elements. Each usage scenario implies a set of objects that are manipulated as an actor interacts with the system. These objects are categorized into classes, a collection of things that have similar attributes and common behaviors. For example, UML class diagram can be used to depict a sensors class for safe home security functions. We can see the list of the attributes of sensors such as the name, type, and the operations such as identify, enable, that can be applied to modify these attributes. Then the next one, that is the behavioral elements. The behavior of a computer based system can have a profound effect on the design that is chosen and the implementation approach that is applied. Therefore, the requirements model must provide modeling elements that depict behavior. The state chart is one method for representing the behavior of a system by depicting its state and the events that cause the system to change state. A state is any externally observable mode of behavior. In addition, the state diagram indicates actions. For example, process activation taken as a consequence of a particular event. To illustrate the use of state diagram, consider a simple software embedded software within the say phone control panel that is responsible for reading user day input, and a simplified UML state diagram also we can show, like for example um, UML state diagram notation for reading commands. So the state variables may be system status, it may be ready, it may be halted. Then the second attribute may be display message. So we can show the enter command or exit command, that message we can show. Then the display status, so it may be ready. So all these are the different state variables, and also state activities are also there. Then the last one, that is the last element, that is the flow oriented elements. Information is transformed as it flows through a computer based system. The system accepts input in a variety of forms, applied functions to transform it, and produces the output to a variety of forms. Input may be control signal transmitted by a transducer, a series of numbers typed by a human operator, a packet of information transmitted on network link, or a voluminous data file retrieved from secondary storage. So all these are the different elements. Let us move to the next topic, that is the analysis patterns. It has been observed that the software engineer reuses certain functions, classes, and or behavior across all the projects, which may or may not form a part of a specific application domain. For example, features and the functions described by a user interface are almost common regardless of application domain chosen. Analysis pattern refers to classes, functions, and other features that can be reused when developing applications within a specified application domain. The objective of the analysis pattern are listed, like to quicken the requirements analysis phase by providing reusable analysis models with the description of both advantages and the limitations. Then also to suggest several design patterns and feasible solution to common problem in order to help the software designer translate an analysis model into a design model. Analysis patterns have a unique pattern name which allows the development team to refer to them with their pattern names. These patterns are stored in a repository so that the software engineer can refer to these patterns and reuse them while developing new software. The information is stored in the analysis pattern, which can be viewed in the form of template. The analysis pattern template, which comprises the following sections. First one, that is the pattern name. It consists of important information in the form of descriptor about the analysis pattern. This descriptor is used within the analysis model when the reference is made to a pattern. Then the second one, that is the intent. It describes the problem that is addressed in an analysis pattern which facilitates the software engineer to use analysis pattern in a specified application domain. Then third one, that is the motivation, represents how an analysis pattern can be used to address a particular problem in the application domain with the help of scenario. The fourth one, that is the external issues and contexts, lists the external issues that affects the manner in which an application analysis pattern works. The external issues include business related subjects, external technical constraints, and so on. In addition, external issues and context specify the external issues that are to be resolved by an analysis pattern. Then the next one, that is the solution. It describes the procedure by which an analysis pattern is implemented in an analysis model. The next point, that is the consequences. It describes the implementation effects of an analysis pattern into an application domain. It also provides a description of limitations that arise during its implementation. The next section, that is the design. It describes the procedure of achieving analysis pattern by using the known design patterns. Then the next one, that is known uses. It provides information about the uses of an analysis pattern within the system. The next one, that is the related patterns, lists that analysis pattern that are related to the chosen pattern. So all these are the different sections that are present in the analysis pattern template. Thank you.